Hi, I'm Noreen from Katie Sue Designs. You've already seen how we've made this gorgeous little bouquet ready to place on your cards, your table settings, into your dolls' houses, all of that, etc. But I just wanted to show you how we can use exactly the same stems but doing something slightly different. So we've got pots and urns, which you can buy separately. Have a look on the website. And this particular one, the mix of the vases and pots and urns, has come out of our lovely starter kit. So I've cut out this vase here, and what I'm then going to do is I'm going to bend that over my finger just to angle it. If I was placing it onto the card, if I was going to do some stamping in the background, what you would then do is just make a little mark, either a pencil line or a little mark using one of your pokey tools to say exactly where you want the vase to be. Then you would place your paper over the top and merrily stamp away your image that was going on the background. What I wanted to show you was how we actually place the vase down onto the card. So we're just going to use the Flower Soft glue around the outside edge, still keeping that bent shape. Apply that directly onto your card and just run your finger up both sides of it so that the glues come into contact with the card and across the bottom. What you've then got is, you can see, a little opening in the top here where you're going to then place your stems. What you need to do at this stage is leave that just to settle for 5 or 10 minutes, because you don't want to be putting your dried stems in whilst this is moving all over the place. So I've got one that I've already started, and you can see in this instance I've stamped the background. I've also punched out some little foliage pieces, and I've put a little bit of glitter on, and I've used the Thinking of Your Sentiment from one of the sets of floral sentiment stamps that we have again on the website. I've got some dried stems and I've used the peony pink. And what I'm now going to do is I'm just going to flood the top of that vase just across the top, and don't worry about that being able to be seen because that glue is going to dry clear. And then it's simply a question of maybe arranging your flowers, cutting them down slightly if you think they're going to be too little, and that is then just going to slide directly into your card, into the vase. So don't be frightened about bending those into all the lovely shapes that you can get them into and arranging those. Usually odd numbers, but you can see how easy it is because you know that every one that you're putting in is going to come into contact with the glue, so there's no worry about that falling out. And we've used the Flower Soft glue, so there's absolutely no worry about then being able to just bend those stems into whatever shape you want. And I punched out some of the foliage because it just adds another little bit dimension, another little bit interest to your card. Have some of the flowers bending over the sides. You can just have great fun composing the kind of card that you would like. So I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so again 7 stems. If you've used some of the little foliage punches, you can then start and maybe fill some of them up in the background, and you can just place them quite randomly. Again, that just gives it another little bit detail, just highlights your flowers and everything else that's going on. And this is then just beginning to turn into one of those just gorgeous cards that you look at and you think, how on earth has anybody made that? It's so simple to do. Another little thing that's quite a nifty idea, still using the wires, use one of your pens or your inks, and because these wires are paper coated, you can colour them into whatever colour is appropriate for you at that moment. What I've then done is I've used one of my little pokey tools. It could be the end of a paintbrush, anything like that. And can you see I've wound that round the stem, so when you take that off, we've got a nice little twist that we're then going to be able to put into the card again as well. So placing those inside, what you're doing is just creating a little bit more dimension, something a little bit different. It's really fun to be able to do these. Okay. And there we have the most gorgeous little card all ready to be able to send off to the lucky recipient. All of those stems, the stamping at the background, and of course don't forget you can use your glossy accents on your vases to ring the changes a little bit. Hope you've enjoyed that, and look on the website for other examples of use. See you soon.